beautiful. You all can come on camera and with a big smile, we can give a start to the session. So on a count of 3, I'll be taking a picture. I need many more people on the cameras and then we can start ahead. So here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, it's lovely seeing you all are smiling. You have beautiful smiles and I hope then everyone over here is going to enjoy with Varsha ma'am. And I guess Varsha ma'am, we can start off with the session now.
Totally. Okay, even I can see beautiful faces on camera. Priyakshi, Sheetal ji, Suganya, we have Seema ji, Nikita, Parul, Remy, Chetna, Rupali ji, Neil, Hema ji, everybody. Vanilla, lot of people. Fantastic. And you have to keep on smiling, yeah? That gives me energy actually. So we can exchange the positive energies through the smiles. Yes? Okay, super fantastic. So I'm going to start off the session with the quick introduction of myself. And then obviously we will be starting the session. And I'm damn sure that you're going to enjoy the session like anything. Okay. So hi everyone. My name is Varsha Srivastav. I'm from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. By profession, I'm a handcrafted jewelry designer. I have the expertise in paper jewelry. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an online educator and a social activist too. In the field of paper jewelry, I hold a world as well as national record. I have been awarded from the Central Ministry of India as well as many state ministries and the governors of 2 states. And apart from that, I am also an empaneled designer and artisan from the Ministry of Textiles of India. So I actually practice a lot of art forms. Because of paper jewelry, I have made the national record of making 300 designs and patterns of paper jewelry, which has crossed around 1500 designs. And I have practiced a lot of international and national art forms on jewelry. And this is why I know about Meenakari. So I also give the classes on paper jewelry designing and Varli in bit class. And yes, okay, Roli is also from Lucknow. Roli, where do you live in Lucknow? And rest of the people, I really want to know one thing, that can anybody of you tell me in the chat box that from where this Meenakari is originated? Can anybody tell me the origin of Meenakari without Googling? Okay, quickly in the chat box. Okay, Jaipur, Andhra Pradesh. Quick. Everybody has to be quick. Rajasthan, more responses. Assam, Rajasthan. Okay, so everybody knows that this is from India. Is that so? Yes? Can I see some nodding heads like this? Okay, so let me tell you guys that this particular art form is not an Indian art form. This art form is actually from Persia. Okay, so I am damn sure, yeah. Last में जो लोग आ रहे हैं ना उन पे थोड़ा सा डाउट होता है मुझे. गूगल तो नहीं किया? Pakka. Okay, so this particular art form is basically from Persia and this was practiced by the craftsmen of Sassanid era who were there in Persia. Wow, this was a wonderful reply, which was Haryana. Not at all. This is not from Haryana as well. This is from Persia. And like we have the eras, we have different eras in India, the Stone Age, Iron Age, Indus Valley Civilization. Similarly, these Persians also have the eras, and Meenakari is from the Sassanid era. And this was brought to India by the Mughal emperors in 15th century. So we can say now that we have some right on this artwork because this is existing in India from 15th century. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you about Meenakari, why this art form is so interesting, so different, and how this is different. Okay. So this particular art form was brought to India by the Mughal emperors in 15th century, and this is majorly practiced in 3 states. First, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Okay, so we also know this from the name of Nakkashi or the Mughlai art form. Yes, then we call it Lal Meenakari in Varanasi. We can see it on jewelry in Rajasthan. We can see it on fabrics in Gujarat. So this is. Thank you so much. I want everybody to be on mute. Okay, yeah, we have 105 people in house. And yes, now I'm going to tell you that what is the meaning of the word Meenakari. So Meenakari is an art form which is actually the kaleidoscope of colors and patterns. So the colors and patterns constantly changes whenever we are making the Meenakari. Okay, Narula ji, I'm just repeating it from the start. So Meenakari is basically an art form which is from the Sassanid era of the practiced by the craftsmen of the Sassanid era in Persia. It was brought to India by the Mughal emperors in 15th century. So it is existing in India from 15th century. Then it is majorly practiced in Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and Rajasthan. Okay. Now I was telling the meaning of Meenakari. So Meenakari art form is the kaleidoscope of colors and patterns, because the patterns and colors are constantly changing when we are making Meenakari. Meenakari has two meanings in itself. So the first one is Meena, second word is Kari. Meena means the paradise or the heaven, and Kari means to do something on something else. Together it makes the paradise on an object. So this is such a beautiful art form that this is called the paradise on an object. Now this is done by two techniques. Okay. So firstly, it is done on the hard bases like glasses, ceramics, and metals. And whenever we are doing it on that, we actually use the intense heat, and we do this by doing the enameling process. So whenever we are doing the enameling process, we actually involve the intense heat. So we won't be doing that. Okay. I'm talking about the craftsman. Second technique is on the soft basis. So whenever we are doing it on the soft basis like canvas, paper, fabric, then we do it using the colors. So we will be using the soft base in the masterclass, not the hard base at all. Okay. So this is done by the two techniques. Now this is done on any of the bases. You can just do Meenakari on any of the bases, either the vases or on the jewelry boxes, fabrics, any bases. Okay. Then it has two types as well. But before proceeding with the type, I'm going to tell you that two type of colors are also involved in Meenakari. So first is the detailing color. Second is the base color. Okay. Detailing color and base color. Narula ji, in Varanasi, this is called Lal Meenakari. And in Gujarat, this is done on fabrics. Okay. And in UP, obviously, you can see the Mughal art form, the Mughlai art or the Nakkashi is also there in UP. Okay. And that is also the part of Meenakari only. All right. So I was telling you about the two colors. So first is the detailing color. Second is the base color. Like we have a plain base and we are just drawing something on that. We are making the design of Meenakari. And once we are detailing it, so we detail it. Generally, I do it using 3D gold outliner. So that 3D gold outliner is the detailing color. And then whatever space is left on the base, we use the base colors to color that particular space. So we actually use the vibrant and brilliant base colors to color the Meenakari patterns. So I generally use the glass colors and the acrylic colors. Okay. So you can also use those. Now, another thing is that it has two types now. Now, first type is Ek Rang Khula and second type is Panchrangi. Ek Rang Khula and Panchrangi. Those who are writing, they can just write it. Very important that it has two types. First is Ek Rang Khula and second is Panchrangi. Now, I was talking about the colors. So in Ek Rang Khula and Panchrangi, the detailing color remains the same. I mean, if I'm making the design using the 3D gold outliner, I'll be using 3D gold outliner in both of them, whether it's Ek Rang Khula or Panchrangi. We do the changes with the base colors. So if I am making the Ek Rang Khula pattern, then only one base color is used. And if I'm using more than one base color, then that will be Panchrangi. Okay. So I'm just giving you the example. If I'm making a set for myself, I'm making a necklace for myself. I made the design on that. That is a detailing design. And I made the detailing using the 3D gold outliner. Now I have to fill the color inside, the base color. So if I am adding the base color as red color throughout the set, in the whole set, then that will be Ek Rang Khula. If I'm using multiple colors like red, green or red, green, yellow, blue, then that will be Panchrangi. Okay, I hope this is clear. And then whenever we are making Panchrangi, there is a term which is used, which is known as the color scale. Okay, what is color scale? We will be discussing about the color scale in the middle of the session. Okay, Priya, if my screen is paused, then that means that there is some network error from your end. Can you please reconnect? Please rejoin. Okay, so now we will be starting off with the basics, because whenever I start off with any of the courses, yes, mostly we use red and green color. Yes, that's true. And now I'm going to start off with the basics. because basics are very, very important. Whenever we have to do the word formation or sentence formation, we start off with the alphabetical knowledge, right? We learn the ABCD first. So similarly, we will be learning the ABCD of this first, and then we will be proceeding with the master class details. Okay, so in the ABCD, in the basics, I'm going to teach you the basic shapes, the basic borders, and the description of the color scale. So Urvashi, I'll come to that point once I'm just proceeding with the session. So everybody excited? Yes. Can I see some V's on the screen? Some V's. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Jaldi se bataiye. Ah, this is something interesting. That means Varsha. Exactly. And after that, that means victory. Very interesting. Okay. Lot of people were writing Varsha. And then lot of people were writing victory. Dono hi consider kar lete hain. No problem at all. Okay. So now you have to be ready with your pen, paper, and scale. And once you are ready, you have to write ready in the chat box. Ready in the chat box. And I want maximum people to write ready in the chat box. 126 people in house. Wow, fantastic. I want maximum people to write ready in the chat box. Then only I'll start off with the session. And meanwhile, I'm just rotating my camera very quickly because I am also ready with my pen, paper, and scale. Okay. So a lot of people are there, I guess, who have attended my Varli class as well. So guys, Varli is very different. Meenakari is very different. You have to keep Varli outside the class and you have to enter in the class with Meenakari this time. Okay. So a lot of patterns are there. Lot of shapes are there, which are universal shapes and generally common. We use it in all the art forms. But yes, a lot of shapes are there, which are very, very important to learn because we actually use it in Meenakari. So I can see 23, only 23 people who are active. Is that so? Okay. Lot of people. Fantastic. Super great. Very nice. Okay, so we will be starting off now because I have got a lot of responses in the chat box now. I'm going to start off with the basics, and for the basics, write Meenakari basic shapes. Meenakari basic shapes. So if you have any queries, any doubts, you can just put your questions in the chat box. That is the most convenient way of asking the question, because if you will unmute yourself and ask, then people will get it. Yes, mute everybody. Okay. Do not unmute yourself because it will create disturbance. Rashi, can you please mute everybody? Yes. And if you have any queries, I am seeing the chat box continuously. So I'll just go through the chat box and I'll respond to your questions. And in the middle of the session, if I'm going too fast, you can just let me know in the chat box that, ma'am, you're going too fast. Please be a bit slow. I'll slower down my pace immediately. Okay. So I'm going to make the first shape, and that is the circles. So just make a normal circle like this, and this is a hollow circle. Okay. Then I'm just making the shape and I'm going to fill the color inside. And this is a solid circle. So you can make an arrow and write the names, which I'm telling. Then I'm going to put the dot. Third one is the dot. Then I'm making a hollow circle. And I'm making another hollow circle inside this. And hollow circle and the solid circle inside this. Okay. Next, I'm going to make the drops. Drops. Just make a drop like this. Okay. Then make a pointed drop. This is a pointed drop. Now this is a drop which is twisted towards left and right. So do not twist it very much because it will become a mango motif. Now what is mango motif? We will get to know about it in 5-7 minutes. Okay. And then I am making a horizontal drop like this. And like this, again, do not twist it very much. Otherwise, this will become a mango motif. Okay. And then I'm going to make a long drop. This is a long drop. Okay. Next, I'm going to make the domes. Domes. The ones before the long drop. These are the horizontal drops. Okay. Now I'm making it like this. This is a normal dome. Just make it a little bit pointed, and then make it very much pointed. Like this. And then make a normal dome like this, and you can also make the lines. I'm just making the pointed one, and I'm making the line over here as well. Okay. Any queries, any doubts, you can just put it in the chat box. Mute, please. Everybody on mute, please. Thank you so much. Next, I'm going to make the beetle. Now, beetle is the pan shape. Beetle is the pan shape. So just make a beetle like this. And just make a beetle, just making it like this, and make a line like this. The first one is a normal dome, second one is a bit pointed, third one is very much pointed. And then I have made the lines in the dome. Okay, Veena? Okay. Then next one is a very pointed beetle. Then I'm making the beetle like this, which has coils in it or spirals. Now, what is the spiral? You will get to know it in 2-3 minutes. Okay. And then the very pointed one with the spirals like this. Welcome, Veena. Okay. Now, after this, I'm going to make the triangles. For making the triangles, just make it like this. Make it upside down. Sideways, left and right, like this. And I'm making the triangle, and I'm making the hollow triangle inside it. And similarly, I'm making the triangle, and I'm making the solid triangle inside it. Like this. Now next, I'm going to make the cones. Cones. For making the cones, make a V. Make it upside down. Make it sideways, left and right. Make a cone, make another cone inside it, and then make a broad cone like this. Okay. Now I'll be making the mango motif. It's MANGO-MOTIF. Mango motif, also known as pastel, also known as carry. 3 names hai. Okay. So first way of making it is like this. Second way, like this. And third way has lot of coils. It is like this. If you want me to repeat any of them, I can just repeat it for you. But you have to put it in the chat box. Okay. And I can see on the screen that a lot of people are drawing together. That is super fantastic. Okay. Ahimangi, I'm going to repeat it. So first one is like this. For the second one, is like this. And the third one has lot of coils or spirals, and it is like this. I hope it is clear. Okay. The other name for mango motif is Pasley, Paisly, or Carry. Carry we call it in Hindi. Okay. Now I'm going to make the spirals. Spirals. For making the spirals, just make it like this or like this. Then upwards, inwards, like this. Then I'm making a lot of coils inside this. Okay, you can also make it like this or lot of coils in this as well. So these are the spirals. All right. And now I'm going to make the lines. Can you redraw the last and second last one? Neha, what are you asking for? The mango motif for the spirals? Just let me know through the chat box. I'll just make it. Okay.
My spiral last.
Okay. Spiral last and second last. Yes. Okay. So it is like this. And then lot of spirals are there. It is like this. Okay. Now I'm going to make the lines. The lines. So I have 7 subcategories to the lines. I'm going to make the 7 subcategories. First one is the curved lines. Curved. Okay. Now curved lines are like this or like this. Inwards, outwards. Then you can also make it like this, but do not twist it very much. Otherwise this will become a spiral. And then you can also make the curved lines like this because these are actually used for making the leaves. Okay. Seema, is that clear? I have made the spiral's last shape right here. If I have to remake it, okay, that's great. Second one is the vertical lines or the straight lines. We also call them the straight lines. It is simply like this. Yes, I can repeat the last one. The last one, which? The curved or the curved lines or the spirals? You have to write the complete thing actually.
Curved one, ma'am.
Okay, so it is like this. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Now, third one is the horizontal line. Sorry, horizontal. And it is like this. Huh, it's not curvy 3, it's kind of. It's looking kind of. Fourth one is the tilted line or the diagonals. And it is like this, also known as the slant lines. Okay. Fifth one are the dotted lines. So I'm making the closed dots like this. And then I'm making the far dots like this. And then the sixth one is the parallel lines. And parallel lines are the lines which do not intersect each other. It's like this. And last one, seventh one, is the waves or wavy lines. So these are known as the high waves. And these are known as the low waves, high waves and low waves. And another shape is, one more shape is left in the basic shape. So I'm just writing the semicircles over here. Semicircles. And if I compare semicircles with the curved lines, that semicircles are broader than the curved lines. Okay. So semicircles are like this, left and right, one line and the semicircle, making it upside down and making another semicircle inside this. Okay. So these are the basic shapes. And now I'm going to tick mark those shapes which are very, very important in Meenakari. All the shapes are extremely important, but few shapes are too much important. So first is the drop, second is the domes, third is the beetle. Then we have the mango motif, spirals and curves. These shapes are very much used when we are making the Meenakari. Okay. Now we will be proceeding towards the borders. I hope everybody has completed till the shapes. Any doubts, any queries, put it in the chat box. I hope I'm not going that fast. If I'm going too fast, please let me know through the chat box. Okay. I'm just proceeding. Thank you so much for the reactions, everyone. Yes, who's this? Put your question in the chat box, please, if you want to ask anything. I'm going to make the borders. I hope everybody is enjoying the session. Nobody is getting bored. Yes? Can I get some reactions? Fatafat se?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so now we will be making the borders. And before proceeding with the borders, I'm going to tell you something. That is that I'm going to make three kinds of borders. Three kind of borders means I'm going to make the thin borders, the medium size borders, and the broad borders. Thin borders are the borders where the lines are close to each other. Medium size are the borders where the lines are not that close, not that far. And broad borders are the borders where the lines are far from each other. Okay. So I'm going to teach you different patterns in the borders, and I'm going to tell you the color scale as well in the border. Okay, so making the first border, and this is the medium size border. So I'm going to speak it every time whenever I'm making the border. The lines are not very close, not very far. This is the medium size border, and in this I'm going to make the domes. Thank you so much, everyone. I can see everybody is energetic right now. And then I'm making the second dome inside this. This is also a hollow dome. And the third dome is actually solid. Like this. Now I'm putting the dots over here. So this is our first border. Okay. Now I'm going to explain you the color scale in this. So if I just differentiate between the detailing portion and the base portion, so all the black thing which you have made with the pen, this is the detailing. Okay. So this line which is made from the black pen, this line, all the dots, first dome, second dome, and the third dome, all these things are the detailings. Okay. The seventh one is the last dome. 7th point, are you asking about this in the lines? This is the wavy lines. The first one is the high wave, second one is the low waves. Okay. So all these black portion, whatever we have made with the, yes, once I'm done with my things, I'm just going to show you the full page. Don't worry at all. Okay. You can take the screenshot later on. Okay, so all the things which you have done with the black pen is the detailing, and we actually use 3D gold outliner as the detailing color. Okay, So 3D gold outliner is the detailing color. And then we have the base, we have the background, the white portion in the background, and the front patterns, the white portion in the front patterns. So that is done by the base color. So if I am using yellow color as the base color, which is a light color, I'm writing yellow. Okay, and I'm doing the yellow color in the background. So the space which is between the domes, that is the background, and the space which is inside the domes, that is the front pattern space. Okay, so in this, I can just color red color, and in this, I'm coloring green. So the concept of color scale is that if we are coloring the background with the light color, we have to color the front patterns with the dark shades. And if we are coloring the background with the dark color, then we will be covering the front patterns with the light shades. And these all colors are the base colors. And I am talking about this in terms of Panchrangi. Nikita, because we have to give the contrast to our things. This is the thing, because Meenakari is full of vibrant and brilliant colors and we have to give the contrast. Okay. Now, the point is that I was talking about Panchrangi. Now, if I have to use, Nikita, you have joined late. I guess you have joined late. I have explained Panchrangi and Ek Rang Khula, the difference between Panchrangi and Ek Rang Khula. I'm repeating it very quickly. So in Ek Rang Khula, there are two types of Meenakari art. One is Ek Rang Khula, second is Panchrangi. If we are doing the things with an Ek Rang Khula, then I'll be using only one base color in the white portion. Okay, so consider that I'm using red color, then I'll be covering red color in all the white portion. Okay, and the detailing color will be done by the 3D gold outliner. And in terms of Panchrangi, I can use multiple base colors and the detailing color will remain the same. I hope this is clear to each and every one of you. Yes, it's not that typical. So the point is that contrast works actually. Okay, the contrast actually works whenever we are making Ek Rang Khula or Panchrangi. Okay. Sejal, I said that these are the detailing points. Whatever things I have done with the black pen, I have written detailing because everything is the detailing thing. Whatever I have made with the pen. Okay. And whatever thing is left, whatever space is left, like background is left. So I have just colored my background with a light shade, which is the yellow color. So if I'm coloring my background with a light color, then the front pattern white portion will be colored with the dark shades. And if I'm coloring the background with the dark color, the front patterns will be of the light shades. Okay. So we have to give the contrast to our things. I am just using the gel pen, normal gel pen, Kashish, but you have to use the 3D outliners and the outliners for the final product. So once I'm done with my drawing part, I'm going to show you whatever I make. You will understand each and everything. Okay. Now I'm going to make another border over here. And this is also a medium size border. Great. So in this, I'm going to make the low waves touching the lower line and the waves touching the upper line. And I'm putting the dots in this. So in this one, if I'm coloring the background with the dark shade, that can be blue, green, and then I'll just color the front pattern with the light shade. I'm just lighting yellow. That's it. Okay, Sejal. So Ek Rang Khula, and see, there are two colors involved. I have written detailing and base color. The detailing color remains the same in Ek Rang Khula and Panchrangi, but we do the changes with the base color. So if we are making Ek Rang Khula, we will be using one base color only. And if we are making Panchrangi, then we will be using multiple base colors, more than one base colors. This is the only thing. Narula ji, I am not measuring any of the things. I am just making it randomly. But once we are doing it in the master class, yes, we will be doing the measurement. If we talk about the measurements, then that may be 1 centimeters. It's approx 1 centimeters. Okay. So this is another border. Now I'm going to make a thin border. Lines are close to each other. I'm not doing any sort of measurements in this. I'm just making the simple borders. Welcome, Narula ji. Okay. In this, I'm making a hollow circle with a hollow circle and hollow circle with a solid circle. So it's hollow, hollow and hollow, solid. So you can also do the hollow, hollow part, or you can also go for the hollow solids. Depends upon you. I'm just providing you the design. Yes, Nikita. So we will be actually making the things in the master class. We will be making the paintings. We will be making the jewelry as well. Okay. So once I'm done with my things, I'm going to show you the full page so that you guys can take the screenshot. And then I'm going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. Next, I'm making a medium size border again. And in this, I'm going to make the which shape is this? Any guesses? Jaldi se, quick.
Leaf shape.
Beetle.
Beetle.
No.
Beetle.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, master class is a different class. Somebody is asking about it, and you will get to know about the master class details once I'm done with my thing. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to make the hollow circles in this. Everybody is attentive. That is something fantastic. So everybody will get to know about the masterclass details as well once I'm done with my things. Okay, so you have to be there with us till the end because a lot of surprises are yet to come. And you will get the masterclass details from our moderator, our beautiful Rashi. Okay, another thin size border. This is a thin border, and I'm going to make the spirals in this. Like this. These are the spirals. Now in the next border, I'm going to make the lotus. Okay. Lotus. Medium size border. Why do we use borders in Indian art forms? Nikita, because it looks beautiful. It gives something, it is something different. But it's not compulsory that we make the borders in every single art form. It's not compulsory. Okay. Like we don't make the borders. Borders are not compulsory in Gond art. Borders are not very much compulsory in lot of the art forms. Okay. So I'm going to make the petal in the center like this and two petals each side. So every art form has its own importance. Every art form has its own techniques and uniqueness. We actually make borders to make it more beautiful. That is the only thing. There is no such a specific reason. I'm making the spirals over here. Okay. And then I'm making another lotus similarly like this. One petal in the center, two petals each side and the spirals on that. Again, one petal in the center, two petals each side and the spirals in it. Okay, so this is the lotus. One more medium size border after this, and in that I'm going to make the buds. Okay. No, Narulaji, it's not compulsory. Nikita, it's not compulsory to give the shadows. It depends upon you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make the buds. This is a curve. Making the hollow circle, putting a dot. Then I'm making the semicircle. I'm making the curves and I'm making the dome. Repeating it for you guys. Curve, hollow circle, dot, semicircle, two curves and the dome. Definitely, I'm going to show you the full page. Don't worry. I'm just extending the line because I'm going to repeat it one more time. Curve, hollow circle, dot, semicircle, two curves and a dome. So I'm just making the leaves as well in all of these like this. Okay. And these are the buds. I have a lot of flower patterns. I have a lot of leaf patterns, bud patterns, then vine patterns, the peacock patterns, extensions to the mango motifs, which we will be covering in the master class. It's a very detailed topic. Okay. Now the broad border. So I'm going to make the broad border this time. Okay. So I am going to make a curve. I'm making the petal like this, another petal touching the curve. Okay. Two petals on the upper side and one petal on the lower side. Then I'm making another curve over here. Alankriti, if my video is stuck, please rejoin. Okay. I'm making the curved line over here. Similarly, like this, like we made over here. सेजल आप उल्टा बोल रहे हो. We use multiple base colors in Panchrangi. We use one base color in Ekrangkula. Okay. I'm making a curve. I'm making another curve. I'm making a semicircle and I'm making a curve like this.
Ma'am, make the again.
Okay, I'm making it. Curve. One petal like this. Another petal touching the leaf. Okay, Sejal, so detailing color remains the same. Then I'm making two petals each side. In both of the types, the detailing color remains the same. And one petal like this. Then I'm making a curve. The curved line like this. One curve from here, another from here. The semicircle and the curve. I'm repeating it one more time for everybody. Curve. Can you see it? Yeah. One petal, another petal. Two petals each side. One petal on the lower part. Then curve, the curved line like this. One curve from here, another one from here, and the semicircle and the curve. I hope this is clear this time. Deepmala, are you able to see my page? Okay. Yes, Nikita, it was used. And blue color, especially the royal blue, is one of the most expensive color, which was actually used by the Mughals only. Do you know this fact? You can just Google. It was considered as the royal color. And yes, it was used. Okay. So I am going to make the last border, which is a medium size border. Just make two lines like this and two lines on the lower part. And after this, I'm going to show you the full page. And I'm going to repeat my introduction once again to everyone, those who have joined in late, 123 people in house. I will repeat my introduction. I will show you the full page. And then you have to give the feedbacks that how was the class. And then I'm going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. And you will get the information about the master class by a wonderful moderator, Rashi. Okay, so I am going to make the mango motifs in this. Like this. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Okay, I'm going to solid this mango motif, the fourth one. And the second one. Now
How
the
you
design,
start the mango? Please spell again.
pardon? Mango motif.
हाँ मैं how
Mango motif. Okay. Then I'm making the lines in between. This is also known as pasle or carry in Hindi. Okay. And then I'm just keeping the dots above the lines. This is completely optional. You can just make the changes according to yourself as well. Once you're joining the masterclass, you guys will be start doing the wonders. Actually, I know this. Okay, so I'm done with my borders. I'm done with my things. I'm going to show you the full page. You can take the screenshot. And meanwhile, I'm just repeating my introduction very quickly. Okay. Yes. So, hello everyone. My name is Varsha Srivastav. I'm from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. By profession, I'm a handcrafted jewelry designer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an online educator and a social activist too. In the field of paper jewelry, I hold a world as well as national record. I have been awarded from the Central Ministry of India as well as many state ministries and the governors of 2 states. And I'm also an empaneled designer and artisan from the Ministry of Textiles of India. Okay. So this is about me, and I'm practicing a lot of art forms, including Meenakari, because of paper jewelry. I actually make a lot of different designs on paper jewelry. And this is how I know about Meenakari. I know about different art forms, and I give the classes on paper jewelry designing and Varri also in big class. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. And now I actually want some feedbacks in the chat box that how was the class? Nikita, if you want to see the differentiations between the Indian art forms and Meenakari, then the first thing which I said in the class was that Meenakari is not an Indian art form. It's a Persian art form. Okay. And yes, if you want to go further, please join the master class. You will get all the information. Thank you so much, everyone. This is really an appreciation to me. You guys are doing fantastic and you guys were very energetic. That was the best part about the session. Okay, excited to see the stuff, whatever I make in the masterclass and whatever I teach. Yes,
ma'am.
fantastic. I'm just removing this page and I am just
Ma'am.
going to be ready. Yes,
Varsha ma'am, can I take the screenshot of the full page which you made?
definitely. One second. Yeah, can you see the full page? Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm not able to see the last one which you made, ma'am.
Can you see this? You can take the half of screenshot and rest half. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay. This one taken now, upper one.
Yeah. Can you see this?
Yes.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yeah, it's gold 3D outliner. I saw some question in the chat box. And now I'm going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. And I can see a lot of people are very excited to see the stuff because this, whatever I'm going to show you, that is definitely the part of the master class. Give me a moment. And I can see a lot of responses in the chat box. People are very energetic. They are fantastic. Okay, so can you see the CD on the screen? I have actually not worked this side because I wanted to show ki CDs hai. Okay, so this is the Meenakari. And I have used the glass colors in this with the 3D outliner. Okay, and all the patterns will be of the peacock will be taught to you. Then I have made a lot of coasters in different designs. So I'm going to show you the coasters as well. Can you see these? So we will be making the things in the master class. Okay, we will be making different designs in the master class. Next, I'm going to show you the paper jewelry. A very interesting thing. So I'm going to show you the paper jewelry now. Can you see the paper jewelry? Now I have used acrylics in this. This is waterproof, this is durable, this is hard, and I'm going to teach you Meenakari on paper jewelry. Okay, because I hold a world record in this. So this is also the part of the master class. Then I have some canvases. So let me show you the canvases. Lot of peacock patterns in this. Can you see these? Another one. And then
Ma'am, a small question.
Sanjay.
What are the colors that we use for Meenakari work?
We generally use the glass colors and the acrylic. So I've used the glass colors and jewelry में मैंने acrylic किया था.
अच्छा.
Okay.
और outline आप बोल रहे हो वो gold liner outline.
Okay. Okay. So this is also the part of the master class. Okay. And then last but not the least, the ivory sheet, full painting on ivory sheet. Can you see this? This is also the part of the master class. Okay. So now, how it is traditionally made? It was traditionally made in two different ways. Nikita, now you have to join the master class